Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, October 16th, 2025, and I am coming on here with another yarn yakking video for October. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other handmade items. You can find those in my Etsy shop. It is linked down below in the description box. So if you could click the little heart in the Etsy shop and favorite a few items, it does help me out a whole lot. So yarn yakking videos are basically me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I don't technically, if I've gone yarn shopping, which I have, and if I have any finished objects, which I do. So we're going to talk about all that today. So before we get into that, I do want to let you know there is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast. It is linked down below, as is everything else that I talk about. You have to answer 3 questions to join. I promise they're easy. Go and check it out if you're on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's at Roselikescrochet, and feel free to tag me in any giveaways that you see over there. And that is connected to a Facebook business page. So anything that goes on the Instagram goes on the Facebook business page. You can follow me there too. I really appreciate it. Other than that, the Etsy shop, and there is a spring shop where you can get Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. All that stuff is down below. All right, so before we get into the meat of the podcast, I am going to talk about 2 things. One thing is going to be something called the Generous Crafters, and I do have quite a few donations, so that is going to be a separate video. You should probably see that on Saturday or Sunday of this weekend coming up. So Generous Crafters is a charity that I decided to support this year along with you guys. And I will tell you more about that in the Generous Crafters video that's coming up in a couple of days. But we are getting ready to wrap up our donation year for the Generous Crafters. It is done at the end of this month. So we only have 2 weeks left. If you were planning on sending something in, if you could please make sure that it is in before the end of October, I would really, really appreciate it. So there are a couple of things that you can send in for the next 2 weeks. One of them is a prayer square. That's a 3x4 inch square. And I'll show these more on the Generous Crafters video. You can also send in 6-inch granny squares through the end of October, and October is the month they are looking for blankets. So if you have any questions about the Generous Crafters, their blog is linked down below, and you can go ahead and read all about them there. So keep your eyes peeled. In a couple of days, I'll be in the same outfit, but keep your eyes peeled, and you should see all the beautiful donations that have come in a couple of days. I think I have like 9 or 10 donations to show you guys. So go on over there and check it out in a couple of days. So the other thing that I want to talk about is that we are doing something called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, and that is actually going on through the end of the year. So this is a little contest that I'm having where we pick an item out of a bag, and it is the random act of crochet kindness for the month. And in order to enter my contest, all you have to do is send me an email with a picture of your items, how many you made, and where you left them. And then at the end of the month, I pick a random picker, picks a name, and you get just a small ball of yarn, a stitch marker, and some stickers. And it's just my way of helping everyone to spread some kindness and some goodwill around, because you can do as many as you want, as little as you want. You don't have to participate. It's obviously all very voluntary. So the item of the month we're in October. For October is an ice cream cone. And we're going to have a discussion at the end of the year, if we're even going to do this next year, as to what items are not going to make it in the bag for next year. So I did do an ice cream cone, but I didn't do like an amigurumi ice cream cone. I was with my friend Paula yesterday, day before yesterday, I can't even remember, sometime earlier this week. I also saw her last Saturday, which we'll talk about in a minute. And she was planning on, she does the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness all the time. And she said she hadn't done her item yet, but she was gonna do a washcloth. And I said, ooh, send me that pattern. So it's a free pattern. It's, I think it's on yarnspirations.com. It's from Lily Sugar and Cream, and I don't have the pattern here because she just sent it to me in a message. And I just decided to whip this up. I have not done the border on it, and I have not done the cherry. And I don't know that I'll do another one of these, but I might try and find a pattern for like an amigurumi ice cream cone. But here is my ice cream cone. Oh, I think this is the front because it's got this little lip here. You are supposed to do a border around it, and then you're supposed to do a red cherry on the top. And I don't know, I think I would like to roll this up and put it in a baggie and like leave it somewhere as a random act of crochet kindness, but I wanted to finish it first, I think. So the yarn I used was just scrap balls. This was a 24/7 cotton from Lion brand. It looks like it was on clearance for $1.99. I don't know if that's a Michael's tag. And it says it's a 4-weight, but it's really, really thin. I found this in my scrap pile. So this is what I used for the cone. And then this was also in my scrap pile. This is Magic Anti-Pilling cotton from Ice Yarns. I have no idea. I don't even know why this is in my cotton stash because it says it's 100% premium acrylic. So this shouldn't even be in my cotton stash. But this is the yarn that I used for the top part. And I didn't even get to like the orange or the red on that. So I'm not all that thrilled about this particular ice cream cone. Maybe if the edging was on and the cherry was on top, I would be a little bit happier with it. But I think I might focus for the next, well, I have a craft fair on Saturday, but I think I might focus next week on actual amigurumi ice cream cones because this one didn't thrill me. So that is so far my one ice cream cone kind of for random acts of crochet kindness. So I do want to go over some other purchases that I've made. I did make some purchases on Amazon, and it was really just safety eyes. So I don't know like where you guys get your safety eyes, but I was able to get this package. And you guys, I don't remember what the price was, $8.99, $7.99. These are all 15 millimeter. It says 60 pieces of glitter eyes. So I picked up that from Amazon. This came like a week ago, and I just found it. I just found it on the table. Here's another package of safety eyes, and these look a little bit bigger. And it's like the tag is like all blocked off here. So I mean, if you guys really are interested, I could probably find it in my Amazon cart if you want to know, but you can just go to Amazon and type in safety eyes and then type in whatever millimeter that you want. And then I go through a lot of plain black safety eyes. So this is just another package of black safety eyes. These are 15 millimeter. And I use these for my leggy frogs, my pigs, and just if I need something for black eyes. So that was my purchase on Amazon, just replenishing a couple of safety eyes. So we're going to talk about, I did place an order on Yarnspirations for some pink blanket yarn because I realized as I was trying to make some pigs that I don't have any light pink blanket yarn. So I have placed an order, but it's not here yet. I just placed the order like 2 days ago. So that's coming, but I do want to let you know I was out with my yarn friends, Paula and Philip, and Lynn came this time. Carolyn wasn't available. She was out of town, but hi, Carolyn. And we met up at a place called the Greener Good, which is a reuse, recycle, whatever. It's got art supplies and sewing supplies, teacher supplies, office supplies. So people donate their unwanted supplies and then you can go in there and buy them. And the reason we met there is because Lynn had some donations for the Generous Crafters, which you guys will see in a couple of days. But I did go shopping there and I want to show you guys what I got. But I'll show you that in a second because it's in bags and I need to unpack it. But afterwards, we decided to we went to Michael's and we went to Walmart and then we had lunch. So I'm going to show you what I got at Michael's. So Michael's last Saturday was having their yarn on sale, buy one, get one half off. And there wasn't really 2 balls of yarn that I wanted, and I had a 40% coupon off of one item. So I went up to the register with my one item and I asked the cashier, is this gonna work just on one item if it's on sale? And she's like, I don't know, you could try it. Like, okay. So I tried it and it worked. So this item that I'm going to show you that I bought one of, the regular price was $12.99, and I used the 40% off any one item, and I got it for $7.79. Now I have a ton of these, but I do not have this color, and this is really not my shade, but it's so pretty. Okay, so I got a Karen Big Cake. I know you guys are like, brown? What? Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So, like I said, I got this for $7.79, and I'm going to tell you about it because these are still available in many colors. The color on this is called, are you ready? Chocolate. So I am a humongous chocolate fanatic, and when I saw that and I saw the colors, I was like, I have to have it. So this is made in China. It's a 4-weight. Machine wash and dry. It is recommending 5mm knitting needles and crochet hook. It is 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 603 yards, and 551 meters. And this is, again, a Karen Big Cake, and the color is chocolate. So it is so pretty, you guys. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I have a ton of big cakes already. I really did not need this, but I wanted it, so I bought it. So I think it's gorgeous. So maybe you guys can let me know down below in the comment section what you have made with one Karen Big Cake. I don't think 603 yards is enough for a blanket, and it's probably enough for a baby blanket, but not this color. So, and I don't know if this is enough for a shawl. Probably what, a hat and a scarf probably. So anyway, let me know what you've made with a Karen Big Cake in any of the colors that you guys have. So besides the yarn, they also, I didn't even see this, but Philip was there and he was checking everything out, and he said, ooh, look at that. And he pointed to an end cap area, and there were clearance tags that said 50 cents. And so you guys, all of their little letters were on clearance for 50 cents. And so I had to get the Fs. I don't need any more Fs because I have a ton of them, but if it's 50 cents, I had to buy them. So there was all the letters, and all they had were 5 of the Fs. And so I bought all 5 of them for 50 cents each. Now, if you are new to my channel and you're not sure what I make with these Fs, I make something called an F-bomb, and they are for sale in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below if you want to go and see what one looks like. I do need to start making a couple of more, but now I can make green ones, and this is a really pretty color. So that was all that I picked up at Michael's. Then we went to Walmart, and I am low on stock on my inventory for my loveys for Mickey Mouse. And Paula was able to find 2 Mickey Mouse little stuffies, and these were $8.94. Now, if you're not sure what a lovey is, if you're new to this channel, the tutorial that I use for my loveys is from Zelda NRJ3. That tutorial is always linked down below in the description box. And these are my best sellers. Mickey and Minnie Mouse are my best sellers. And I have a lot of Minnies, but I didn't have any Mickeys left. I mean, I think I had 2, maybe. So I did pick up 2 more Mickey Mouse. And we were in the yarn section, of course, and this particular Walmart had nothing, like basically no yarn there. And we always scan the shelves to see if there's anything on clearance or anything good. And they all walked away, and I was like, oh, what is that? It is a ball of cotton yarn for $1.27. So reduced on 8/31/2025. The color is called Sunshine, and I got it for $1.27. So that was all of the shopping I did besides what I'm about to show you from the reuse store. And the reuse store did not have any any like sales or anything, but I had dropped some stuff off and I met Lynn there for some donations, and Paula and Philip met me there, and they had a ton of yarn and it was good prices. So I bought some. So I'm going to show you what I got. Hang on. All right, you guys, you can see all this, right? All right, so I guess I'm first going to show you they had beads there, and I am going to tell you that I was able to find this entire package of what are these, pony beads, and it was $8. And I use these to make fidget keychains and fidget flowers. And if you're not sure what that is, I did recently post pictures of all the ones that I have made on my Instagram, so you can go and see it over there. So $8 for all of that. And then they also had bags. This one was $2.50. There's a lot in there. These I thought were really cool because they were neon colors. That was $2.10. And then this whole bag was 90 cents. And it's got also a bunch of neon colors in there. So I got all of these pony beads for like, I don't know, 12 bucks or something like that. And I think on regular sale, like on regular price, something like this at like Hobby Lobby would be like $15 or $16. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. All right, so let's get into the yarn. I actually filled up an entire cart, and then everyone was kind of digging through my cart and they found some good stuff, and then I put some stuff back. So this isn't even all the stuff that was originally in my cart. Okay, so this, and I'm not going to go over information because I don't know if any of this stuff is available. This one is a Red Heart Super Saver. It was $2.40, and the color on this is called Country Rose. So, and there was only one, so I picked up one. And then this one is called Erin, and this one was $2.10. Also Red Heart Super Saver. So not bad. And these are full balls of yarn, you guys. This one is just black, and this one was also $2.10. Red Heart Super Saver. We have another Red Heart Super Saver for $2.10 also, and this is called Cherry Red. And it's a full ball, you guys. I just went through like a huge jumbo ball of this making loveys. So could not go wrong for that. And then I think the last Red Heart Super Saver, I don't think it's a full ball, was $2.40, and the color is called Lilac. And these are obviously older balls of yarn. Oh, you know, there's another Red Heart, but it's not a solid. It's called Fair Isle, and it was $1.50, and it's called Newspaper Fair Isle. So I think that could be useful for a lovey also. So I think that's it on the Red Heart. Then I also was able to get this I Love This Yarn, and the color is called Peacock. And I was able to get this one for $1.50. $1.50, you guys. And of course they took off the price tag, someone did. It's probably not a full ball, but it's pretty close. So $1.50 for that. There was this Impeccable for $1.50. It's a full ball of yarn, you guys. $1.50. Also will be great for loveys. Big Twist Premium, which that's so old. This was also $1.20. So one ball of that. It's a 4-weight, so that'll be really, really nice for a lovey also. This one I'm pretty sure is a Karen Simply Soft, and it was $1.80. No color or anything, but I'm probably have a couple of those already. This one is also a Karen Simply Soft. This one was $1.80. Brand new, never used. Still has the original wrapper. This one was also $1.80. This is Loops and Threads Soft and Shiny, and the color is Citrus, and this is also a full ball of yarn. So, I mean, I couldn't go wrong, you guys. I got this Premier Puzzle yarn for $2.10. What is the color on this one? It is called Anagram. So, not sure. This would be a really, really nice hat. And a cowl probably. There is this Red Heart shimmer for, I don't know if you, oh, you can see the sparkle, $1.20 on that one. And then we have a Red Heart Unforgettable for $1.10. $1.10? I'm thinking this could go through the knitting machine, you guys, but I don't know. So got one of those. This one did not have a ball band, but it was $2. And it feels like it's just acrylic yarn, but look at how pretty that is. So that's also going to be used probably for a lovey. I could even make a jellyfish out of that. That's really pretty. And then they had this, you guys, Karen Peppermint Twist. What? They had 2 of these. This one, obviously not a full ball. This little one was $1.20. And this big ball right here was $2.40. It's 100% acrylic, you guys. I wonder if it has like a year. Sometimes they'll have a year on there. There's no year or anything, but it's got like the address is Karen International, Washington, North Carolina. It's just really cool to see these old labels. I don't remember the last time I ever even saw one of these. So 2 of those, what kind of 1.5 or 1 3/4. And then there was this one for $1.20, no label or anything. But you guys, that looks like a loops and threads, maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell, but it's definitely acrylic. And then the last 2 that I found there was this Red Heart Soft Essentials Stripes. It is a 5 weight, but it's like a very light 5 weight. This was $1.20, and then they had this little one for $1.20. And I figured these are definitely the same, and I could do something with that. I could do probably a hat and like maybe a cowl, and then find some gray or beige yarn to go like as a trim if there's not enough. So you guys, that was my haul from this reuse store. I was so excited because I haven't been able to find yarn in a while, right? Like the stores just don't have anything new and there's nothing good on sale. So that's the extent of my shopping. Yeah, I really do miss Joann Fabrics. So I will let you know when my order comes from Yarnspirations. It is mostly all blanket yarn because they sent me a text message or an email that said 20% off bulky yarn, and I ordered enough to get free shipping. So I don't know when that's coming, but I'm really, really excited about that. Okay, so that's all the shopping that I have done. I do want to show you guys some finished objects. I'm going to show you actually a clip that I did a while ago, and then I'm going to show you some new ones that I just finished making yesterday. The item I'm going to show you is called a Dammit doll. So I am going to insert a clip of some Dammit dolls that I have made in the past, probably like a month or 2 ago. And I will tell you that almost every single one of those Dammit dolls that you'll see in the clip has sold. There is only one left, and I believe it is in my Etsy shop, and there's only one. And I'm not sure why there was such a run on Dammit dolls, but I figured I better make some more because people are like them. They're enjoying them. I don't know if these will sell. I don't know, but I just made a couple extra. But I'm going to insert the video clip of the Dammit dolls that I made a while ago. So you're going to see Rose from the past here, and then I'll come back on and I'll show you the new ones that I made. So here's the clip. Hey guys, Rose from the past coming on here to make a quick video to show you some things I've been making. Today is Friday and I am getting ready to pack up my car for a 3-day craft fair. So I figured I'd come on and show you what I've made so I can get this packed up. So what I'm going to show you today is something called a Dammit doll. So I originally got a Dammit doll from Billy the Crafty Floridian. I'll link her down below so you can go check her out. And then I thought it might be a fun way to make this in crochet because she sews them. So I found a tutorial here on YouTube by Creations Misfit, and it's just called the Crochet Dammit doll. And I believe she makes it with 4-weight yarn, but I have been using blanket yarn and a 7mm hook. So I did have to try and work through the pattern and manipulate it a little bit so that I could do it with blanket yarn. So I'm going to show you what I have done. A lot of times I just use scrap yarns for this. So I'm going to show you the first one that's just using scrap yarns that I had. So just a bunch of blues. So this is the first Dammit doll. And you can see he's got 3 different kinds of blues. And then I gave him a little bit of hair. And then you can make the faces however you want. With the Dammit dolls, I don't put in safety eyes because if someone really does want to hit it on something, I don't want the eyes to break. So I found this printout and I just, I'll leave it up here so you guys can read through it. So I found that and I print it out and I just poke a hole in it and then tie it to the Dammit doll so people can read what they're supposed to do with it. Obviously, they can take this off if they're going to give it to someone and actually use it as a Dammit doll, but a lot of people, I think, just use it as a funny gift for people. So this is the first one that I've done, and like I said, it was just with some scrap yarns. So just this blue one here. I don't have the labels for any of these just because they were in my scrap pile. So there is the first one. And then the second one here, I got a huge ball of this blanket yarn from a reuse shop. And I made a whole bunch of frogs with it. And then I decided I would use it to make a Dammit doll. And I still have probably like half the ball left. So this was not scrap, but the ball that I used for this does not have a label on it. It's no sew, you guys. You do, well, I'll let you look at the tutorial, but you do the whole body. You add the arms in as you're crocheting. You go one leg, and then at the end, you just add the second leg right on there. So you don't have to sew anything on. It is super easy and super fun. And this one, I just gave him black eyes and a black mouth like that. So again, no safety eyes on these guys. Now, this one was, I gave her braids, or I gave him braids, however you want to talk about it. These 2 yarns, well, this one I used, no, both of them I used to make bees, and it is Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles Light, and I had this much left of it, so I decided to make a Dammit doll with these 2 colors. I used like yellow yarn because then you could see it on the top here, and again, I gave this one 3 braids. Because why not? It's a Dammit doll. It's almost like a little monster. You can basically do whatever you want with it. So we'll see if any of these sell this weekend. The next one is using this yarn from Hobby. It's called Honey Bunny. This particular one is Shine, and it's got a little sparkle in it. And then this one does not. And I don't know if these are available anymore. These are really thin yarns, you guys, so I actually doubled them. So for this doll, I used 1 strand of each of these colors to make the Dammit doll. And I used light purple on the face, and then the hair, I just alternated with both of the colors. I'm really not a fan of this yarn just because it's too thin for me. So that's why I had to double it up. So there is another Dammit doll. And after this weekend, well, I mean, I don't know when you guys are seeing this, but these should be up for sale in my Etsy shop. And if you want one, a specific color, just let me know and I can always custom make one for you. Okay, on the same theme, I have this guy right here. And this is also using the Hobby Honey Bunny, but this one is called Candy. And it's got all of these little specks in it. And so I had 3 balls of it, so I used these 2 balls, and it doesn't take up that much yarn, you guys. So there is that guy right there, and I just did a fun thing with his face. I think those are actually X's, but you can't see the bottom of the X's. And I think the whole premise of it is just to read it and have it as like a little bit of a stress reliever. And you don't really have to slam it. You can just, you know, squish it or whatever. And the last one that I made is this one. And this is, I don't have labels for this yarn, but it looks just like the Honey Bunny yarn. And I doubled this up also. So I don't have a color or anything on that. And this guy turned out kind of small, even though I did double up the yarn. So I made 6 Dammit dolls, and I think I already have like 3 in stock. So I think what I'm going to do is, I like making things like this with a scrappy yarn because it doesn't really have to be any specific color. So when I get enough scraps again, I'm probably going to make more Dammit dolls. And the other thing I like to make with my scraps are frogs, leggy frogs. So these are my Dammit dolls, and they're going to go and get packed up in my car. So that is it. Let me know what you think of the Dammit dolls, and I will return you to the current rows. Take care. Bye. All right, you guys. So are you ready for the next batch of Dammit dolls? Let me know what you think of the ones that were in there, although they're almost all gone. These will be listed in my Etsy shop, and I do have a craft fair on Saturday, but they should be listed before Saturday. So I'm not going to go over all the yarn. I have a bag of scrap blanket yarn that I keep. So every time I make projects with blanket yarn, I have one bag specifically just for the scraps from that. And I had a lot of scraps. So I am not going to go through and tell you all of the colors on here, but you guys, this was all of the yarn that I used to make. Let me see, how many did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only made 7 Dammit dolls, and you'll see that the colors are just random. I mean, there's some that, like, I tried to use all blue or whatever, but I had a lot of scrappy scraps. Like, some of these did not have a whole lot of yarn left on them. And I do still have some scrap blanket yarn in that bag, so I could make a couple more. But I decided this was good enough for now to get ready for this craft fair. So all of these ball bands are now going to go in the recycle bin. And no, I don't keep track of how many yards I use or anything like that. I'm just so excited to get all of these ball bands out of my stash. This is so exciting, you guys. So don't ever think that your scrap yarns can't make stuff. You can make beautiful things. I'm not saying these are beautiful because they're Dammit dolls and they're not supposed to be beautiful. I'm just saying there are so many things you can do with your scrap yarns. Okay, so the Dammit doll pattern, I'm pretty sure I talked about it in that clip. I use blanket yarn and a 7mm hook, and I believe the original pattern was from Creations Misfit here on YouTube, and I totally modified it. I modified it like 3 or 4 times. So I'm just going to show you my Dammit dolls. Now, I went away for a second and came back because I wanted to show you, I have gotten some Dammit dolls from this fabulous lady here on YouTube. Her name is Billy, and she's the Crafty Floridian. And she has actually given me 2, 3, I think I bought all of these from her. Anyway, I want to show you the original Dammit doll that Billy gave me a long time ago. And it is this one right here. So I did not make this one. Billy made this one because purple's my favorite color. And I do have the printout. I just need to print them out and attach them to my Dammit dolls. But anyway, this is the first Dammit doll that I ever got. It is from Billy the Crafty Floridian. I'll link her down below. And then I bought this one from her also. And there is a matching one, like this one has turtles on it, and my daughter likes turtles, so I did buy her a matching one. And this one does not have a face. No face on this one, but this one that Billy made me does have a face. So these 2 I was able to purchase, plus a 3rd one from Billy the Crafty Floridian. So I'll show you mine. Now, I like doing these because you can just do random stuff. It's just something you're supposed to whack. So if you guys aren't familiar with what the saying is on a Dammit doll, I'll read it to you. This is one of the sayings you could use. When your temper is about to boil, you want to scream and shout. Here's a little Dammit doll you cannot do without. Just grasp it firmly by a leg and find a place to slam it. And as you whack the stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. If damn it's not a word you say, then grab its little neck and just murmur quietly, oh heck, oh heck, oh heck. So this is one of the ones that Billy, the sayings. And then this is the other saying that I think I use. Dammit doll, whenever things don't go so well and you want to hit the wall and yell, here's a little Dammit doll. Just grab it firmly by the legs and find a place to slam it. And as you whack the stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. All right, so let's just get to the new ones that I made. So here is the first one. And I'm telling you guys, scraps were my thing. I used all of those scrap balls. So this is one yarn. This is another 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 yarn. I just used whatever scraps I had. And I just put them together. And it didn't matter if it didn't match. I didn't care. So it kind of looks like Gumby. And some of them I did X's for eyes, and some of them I did like triangles. So this is my first guy right here. And then this one right here is mostly with the white pants. So this one has the white pants on. And this one has long white hair. And he does have the X's for his eyes. So there's that one. Then we have this one here. Shorter hair on the top. I don't know, I was thinking of trimming it a little bit more, but mostly browns and grays. And this is no-sew, you guys. It's so easy to do. You should go check out that pattern. So there's another one. And then we have this one here with some long blue hair. There's the hair. And I found some of the brighter colors. So there's, I mean, like this is one kind, this is one kind, this is a different color, this is a different color, that's different, this is different. I mean, it's just so much fun to make these because you can, it doesn't matter. There's no matchy-matchy. And the eyes are yellow yarn there. And then we've got this guy here, and he's mostly blues. And he's got these funny eyes right there. But he's mostly blues. And then I mixed up his hair with some regular yarn and the blanket yarn. So there's that guy. And then we've got this one. And you see he starts, there's his hair. That's the same yarn as this, I think. And I had a lot of this yarn. So I almost was able to get a whole Dammit doll. But I had to add, I don't know, it looks like he's got a cast on. So there's that one. And then the very last one is this guy right here. And you can see he starts off all neon-y. And then he's got a yellow and an orange and a green and a yellow. And he's just all kinds of interesting. So those are my current Dammit dolls. They should be listed in the Etsy shop this weekend if you guys are interested. And I think that's all I'm going to do for this video. I do have lots and lots of finished objects that I have to make some videos for. I still have other clips that I made over the summer that I still haven't shown you. So there will always probably be finished objects on my yarn yakking videos because I have a lot of stuff to show you. So let me know what you think about the Dammit dolls. And if you have any suggestions for maybe, like, I don't mind doing the hair like this, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I could also use like this like fun fur stuff too, like Billy did. And this one has like a lot of hair, like that's a nice head of hair. So I don't know if you have any other ideas for like what else I could do for hair for a Dammit doll. I don't know that I'm going to make many more this year unless these sell really well. And I have quite a few craft fairs coming up. So we will see. So let me know if you have any suggestions on the Dammit dolls. I'm pretty much almost out of scraps. So I'm going to try not to make these unless I have scrap yarn. Okay, so that's all I have. Let me know also if you guys have a reuse store near you and if you ever find good stuff like I found some good stuff today. So, all right, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you please leave a comment down below. I love conversing with you guys and I do reply to all my comments. And I will see you in a couple of days for the update on the Generous Crafters. All right, take care, guys. Bye.